I'm sure how Phoenix Media. Now, John Boadu Chirima, there are major reasons my election party elusu. Aside the all other party political issues near their day, but on the D-Day, election day, the day of counting, any coalition, NPP for a mistake by John Boadu HM say if never in the history of NPP going forward. And as a mistake, no to me IBM. Then said John Boadu Chirima, the concession speech Dr. Bawumia or in the name of patriotism and being a statesman, which it me Ekosiisen NPP for huge. Now on HM say Ebra Bawumia make that speech in a panel. The NDC4 interpreted that as weakness on the part of MPP leadership. And so in 10 times from me taking over various polling stations, no collation centers there were some parliamentary seats now and potential say MPP4 8 when the better for my security and on or so no man NDC4 any opportunity. It me a polling centers and also collation centers it me Oquaye near Emma machinations also effectively and no air accounted for the major reasons why and MPP4 enya those 88 seats in parliament. Now to prove the point John Boadu can which there were some areas now because parliamentary candidates and because of Wakobida with them tracks near their they were able to stand their grounds. Emma Iwiase et me a winning seat but baby now parliamentary candidates new faces many are na party supporters so security support ni anyone intino enyina elusu so those seats no poto enti John Boadu HM e free na ekredi MPP so are learning lessons. There is no way say ombema kwan ama yato abawi na just about few hours after counting whoever or your presidential candidate ombema kwan say o make early concession speech biemu da o se sade no e bi nsi bi
o shall loss na yes yes, be able lose, but any senka economy there because you can see clearly. So there's total breakdown of security, particularly our internal security. So then,
internal security.
Yeah. So you realize, then DC may have one certain seat and it's come winning.
But from the
Katashi, typical example, Oquaye Central. Who's a San George? You any DNA no DH ba Omujira yisi ne konso. So declare 110 out of 140 seats. Where ya crowd? It's in a whole video no. What about Tatali? What about Pandai?
Now MPP.
What about Walensi? What about you understand? It's clearly you can see.
Internal
so you can see clearly say it is possible. Here Kofi. And you can see too also that those seasoned and matured politicians were able to stand on their feet. It was almost they may have left because Senka Martin and Janet Naswa because Lusu the same at James Akonsa. These are seasoned. So those things that we saw are those seasoned politicians. It should tell you, say, there's a need for you to be able to protect your seasoned politicians.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
There's a need to do so. Because yes, Yelusu, Oquaye Central, Yelusu, Addo, Yelusu, Martin, Kofi, there. Even with a Kofi, it is unconscionable. Say you are talking about December 7th. Now constituency are higher, polling stations and do 100. Then you say, me person be declare. Now NDC4 edit tax. Ekosiisen preventing EC from declaring. Then the entire security of this nation is incapable of protecting the EC to declare an election. This is a danger. This is a warning sign to this country. This is a warning sign to this country. Say now, some civil society organization are they all dead? What is going to happen the next time is that say to a bar, you provide enough security by the party itself. But how can it be 3-4 months after elections, one constituency, the whole security? See, you're doing protecting electoral commission. Emma sit, you're doing declare. In my honest view, didn't they call parliament? I wasn't boycotting in
MPs,
for them. Say Atuaba, you are telling me, say, President or your friend is saying, Commander in Chief of the Armed Forces, your IGP, your way. Now one constituency, we cannot protect the EC. So how are they going to protect the EC in the 276 constituencies in 2028?
Yeah.
If this is the character of the president, if this is the character of the IGP, if this is the character of CSOs, say just because it is not in favor of the NDC. Because obviously, if we win elections, no.
So you wish to say MPs in boycott.
Boycott. Parliament. Because what it means is that 2028, you know, if this is the character of the NDC, 276, no, say the police, the army, and all the other security agencies decide this say no Omobeya. How are we going to declare the election in 2026?
But Uncle JB, yeah, to about December 6, 2024. December 7, 2024. Sorry. So now MPP are buying the Tiakunya so. Mampayin and Addo at Mobile 7th January. And now MPP are buying to me and share some kobo buying ye Nicholas as sitting na.
Oh say Omo ye biara. Oh say na yentumen kind we and all that. And what they share security, security. Security sabi hey see no more other officers no other way no you understand and I believe say who say elections is answer in the midst of the elections security break it down but it cannot be say 3-4 months after Yato Abano the whole nation cannot protect electoral commission to declare one constituency. That is a danger.
Ebi mu issue ne say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia accepted defeat in tem ma bambuo bae ma NDC for taking advantage say we accepted defeat there collection centers ne ba bia nkin kan wie no yenko hard ne yenko capture o a bit my case
a bit my yes or no. Yes, because a basa no ma 107.3 a basa no ma the police na kwa bemubuye NDC for nya ho de foforo se mu kra ma lusu na e ma MPP for no so eboto ye nti be bia yen kan parliamentary din wie ye no tension no because the police cannot act but why you careful so you do it and all that but yeah with a drink kese you understand he was thinking about the total peace of the nation say beto aba na 72 hours. Now you declare the kind of tension a banning your man. Onya ye share ya who say no baby air corner nya dia ebeko ye no. Now say uje muntem. But we as a lesson to us. Say until say you be kind in you know. Because someone any omu deal no. Omo law abiding citizens of our country.
No.
NDC game ready. If you don't have the psyche of the NDC, you can't deal with them. I'm gonna inform home. Oh, NDC, say for home. They'll go at all length and misbehave. If you are dealing with such organization, you don't compromise. So, it's the idea call a gesture to ensure peace, no. And no more than a bonnet because the ordinary dealing no and ya obia or ya law abiding. It is a Siano, it is Siano. There's no way I better a baby. Nayan kind in way. Electoral Commission and who say the results are when you know the outcome ya the become cry it means the outcome of the elections are. There's no way any party, particular New Patriotic Party, is going to concede because that gesture was not respected by our opponent. Because I was there when Vice President Bawumia Efre President John Mahama. I was there. No kind of from the IAN or concede. And got such a gesture, no.
But John Mahama accepted defeat Efre 2020.
See, but see that crowd on Jim to so Lucia.
Right.
So you should know the people you are dealing with.
I go JB members here.
Any grow. I know the psyche of the head is you.
Yeah.
We did it say. Almost started grab plan is that's such a mammy say yes, because look, meaning the psyche of the end.
Yeah, you made this uncle.
You know.
Uncle JB, what touch on Nadia be here pa internal security, which is very important because at a point in time, who said Mabunu, my main can say for Manu see, I say money. MPP party no obi aboto obi atiakoda but maybe atwam na ye wo mabunu e wo party no mo bo MPP as a political party who ban before you say jack omunyina beba abe protect party no if I going forward and then there's a party here
I'm say the strategy was different. Osha the strategy in 2024 was to allow the PCs to raise security to support them. Unfortunately, no PC Ejumani different. Unya time na why sir.
Okay.
So previously we had our own security structure. You empower Omo to protect. Intina PC
constituency BR.
Yeah, constituency BR. Intina PC no ejuma. So because of the Sika Koma PC, so no raise security.
We need time to about
meanwhile security na FSO. Who's a security say we are our security first whatever it's a strategy no na papa when I believe say from the recommendations we are going to take it a bit more serious than that.
Uncle JB,
we should not also say vigilantism law near the buy no 2020 2024 it does not prevent you because as far back as the year 2000 as part of our structures our D-Day plan in 2000 we got the constituency to provide for each polling station 5 support group.
Okay,
this is 2000 each polling station polling agent jira hono o nipa inum in some cases 10 in some cases 20
depending on
the challenges. Then we had other ones are normal around to support I think these are things quickly I
go thing but mami misa as a coach our coach team to say be akotoko pen was why general secretary MPP pen na ukotena fie na wo hwe coach foforo awaba the performance net will say because by the walking that means a normal bebre or leadership and put in place.
Oh, you saw yes happen say coach now obi about coach team now o tinchen na
but when you say player we more be share the way see here be
the Ekosiisen na no they hear how to put our pieces together as quickly as we can. We've done the review recommendations right.
I want to come back say MPP believes in 3 things. On be reflecting na on make sure say on be focus on recapture power. Say there is a party no echo after say committee report
after committee report he said the party they decided say by July annual delegates conference. Depending on the outcome of the conference, will determine the kind of constitution we will have.
Okay.
In your constitution now process of internal elections, so reorganization, now it's a polling station per the recommendation of the constitution. It's a polling station ever start here. You start electoral area, constituency, region, national. Now we are presidential.
Now after the Oquaye's report, John Boadu the way forward after say Oquaye report by recommendations a whole after no party rebuilding for the future. A dear plans anyway. John Boadu.
Rebuilding the party here because MPP believes in or reflective or rebuilding or recapture to me. Rebuilding MPP as a political party because normal start here be a time indiscipline koso party num as now BBM we are sorry as soon as we are sorry as soon as kwan ben say leadership was see to about for or control party for rebuilding.
You see discipline major ingredient in any successful organization.
Okay.
And that's to say, who honor say, a boo, and then Nyama was say, yen papa anywhere. No matter what you do, and Kaya, those times Israelites say, no more Akuffo. Yes, almost call Yanko share. Honke canals and we do ra into your castle. Look, Pesa me soneso. No, yes, Omunko baby and condoms you. Out of the Padu draw Omukoy, you 300 pay
every month
out of over 1,000. So these are the people between your Kwaku and lo and behold, that 300 you could. Sen go giant and 1,000, no. Numbers are positive. And as in Padu draw, yes, the Padu draw yapa. Many Padu draw be a negative. The super crano. But it's saying Yama. And the sun if I don't know about one and me no or that you say 20 no. We is a nipa me if you are a better 18. It is important. You see, and yet easy, but over national officer and it's a my power some. So but yet now see a power some power some there. Want to mean yeah. Decisions baby I also take want to mean take it. You understand? It's also man who you kakra. Na unshada nin down for baby.
Okay.
Now wait to me because you can. So nin down for baby. Also so near maybe so. No so one year. Na eventually win power na. And yes say uni obi asere obi power asem na be lose power no. Obi power asem ti want to take decisions. You cannot be firm. Who take a decision cry? You are picking and choosing because now for 4 home.
And then before super party for no more.
And no before the party for no more. Eventually, no party in sa ABC form. So never change. And your beauty contest, yeah. Where also FM. And just recently, National Executive National Council, you're taking decisions. Say, Obiara your officer of the party, no. It won't say our preference, mom dear. But men go out there.
You stay back.
And say, me dear, winnie, no, me pay way. Winnie, me pay way. Because the other can't far obi hono. Who opponent in the Subenya be pepe, I can't far. They also support, no.
Of course.
Now, at the end of the day, your voices of one group, your voices of the other. Some voices in your negative voices. Then this will put together and play back to us. Now me say, sometimes it's me say, then DC has a responsibility of criticizing us. So, and we are people near, and you would do man say over criticize your party and then what buying?
Opponent.
And your opponent. Why do you want to do the job of the opponent? Me not hey, me will best 1 hour. Why will I want to spend some of my time now criticizing my party and my government? Why will I want to do that? You know, my opponent in the war. It's a party here. And that's why I'm insisting that our party school should be functional. No, be able to your basic principles of being a political party supporter, admirer, or an activist. Your party right or wrong, your party is right. So problems, so when if you have problems in you can have an avenue to come and discuss your problems at home. It's a party for you. Now, 2024. Now, if not because of our personal weighty, and you to me keep you focus on the NDC. Nyema make us a CIA, you tell a message ye, you provide the Ghanaian voter the dangers of not voting for the new patriotic party in the current year. Now you are spending your energy criticizing our own governments. Gradually say you win elections.
But I you treating MPP for the world.
What do you mean by treating?
Yeah, supporters, no. Because we general elections about year. Do one MPP for the amount people lose here. Do one and call out.
Because when the chroma catcher said general conditions of life was high and harsh, not only in Ghana.
Okay.
You understand? And as a result of that, there were certain decisions no say abani take
hard decisions.
For instance, DDEPR you implement here. A canipa over 800. So nipa over 800. So be our dependent mienu miensa. And only 2 point something million no. Nipa anko to aba na 2 million plus. Because nipa no ebe okọ pension. Nisika kaka wabuan over the years so they are cut bond. Now afi o se haircut, o se den. Now one be chirebu ye. You see, it is not just about adiano enye. Because enye kura anka onye.
Okay.
There are merits in their oye no.
Nti mama
mpo. It is say nka onya adaje. To say your friend is saying former chief justice ono so copycat in any mai. Do you know the effect of that? And your party for do draw on the top bonds. Nipa ahin the top bonds. And what class of people in the top bonds? Your party for the 800 are making. Me did say come for 700.
To do make say your party aba na ho chiri en say.
Your party aba. Maybe we could have done better because for a former chief justice to do that, it should take either the finance minister or the president to go and address them. Let's say Hinichini here, a BDDPH. For her to have gone to that extent, it should have taken a higher authority to have gone to address them. At some at the frontier, sad decision, and what's abiding take. So one take here, what will be the consequences? These are learned people, Bijidi say.
Yeah.
There were issues about NAPCO. For at some point, they decided they say, no, that's close to I start and I say 100,000.
Yeah.
Later time I take decisions there, now come say 60-something thousand. 60-something thousand, you can announce I didn't cut 3 months for 700,000. It's 700 Ghana. Graduate. Onye adwumanti na oye na kono. Bebre mom no krani uko GR dey there ba bebre wo ya dey omo hihye be bebre omo nya adwumanti eso te kra. Be 60,000 ka and when you am go. Nti ado na on so nko to abama.
Akuffo hye mu.
You understand? Inquire call forestry. No aketu ano anseda amba papa bia school feeding cateresi. And these are our own people. You understand? So these are things nka ye trase ya daji cheche mu ye because these are our own people. Okay. No doubt say o share vote yenyan in 2024 we dey compare 2020 now there was a shortage, the difference of close to 2 million NDC for the day under this condition omo vote omo nya kan ho between 2020 and 2024 about 110,000. Not just MPP for say get to me cheche my call for no about out. Can win elections no. What it should tell you is that the New Patriotic Party is still the larger political party in this country. The New Patriotic Party. Even in the midst of all these challenges, no. So what we have to do now is to acknowledge these things, accept some of these mistakes. If we have to apologize for some of those mistakes. And let them know. Say, man to amaya. Neka se be ma ebufuo na kayemu a. De ebe hu no yenye hu yo. And no constitutional bodies na ye wo no. Ni nyina is politicized now.
Yeah.
Because if omemu ha akukọ some time to na Nkrumah chief justice so.
Yababa national issues. Quickly, 2 questions then call national issues. I'm for calling say I'm for calling say delegate system no yemi kakras former general secretary one yadrin wako contest paying only say delegate system ye biemu a ebetimi aboa ebi say all card bearing members of the party yemo mo akonya na omuntu aba your take on it.
No craning ka say voting e dey nka ohama wa vote go baby intisanka your system a integrity a full proof yanko to abanwie mo bi be emmeka se oye MPP ni nso ya ma na anto bi ana say ye mo bi da tu ya on MPP and on the course so NDC for no. If we can say that say we've developed our membership card system emananya integrity I'll be a Bejiatuma. Nobody has a problem. You must also take into consideration the cost of organizing. I say, than electoral commission. Oh yeah, electoral commission, and whether you will be able to do it. So you look at capacity of the party to be able to organize such elections.
Okay.
And we are not the only party operating in the world. There are lots of other political parties. Is that how it is done everywhere? Can we have an example of a country all card-bearing members at Abana? A few of them call UK in some instances, no. But also Rabaya, this is Rabaya or more leader. Would you say Kotwaba 2028? No, see, there are combination of these things. There mean in the discussion, I say. You can't boom as if say all the delegate elections are here, there's a problem, and you're not correct. Say, about you constituency officers, Obi be complaining, so Obi man afraid. And Obi man motorbike. When who say I got to constituency elections, man call for complaining, because I know the Nhyira. If you I didn't call contest, no, Nhyira. I feel now come up with saying how they have teacher delegates. It's a whole problem. Said that you call regional elections. I also be ebe kase. You call regional elections. No be akoma obi ka. Obi akoma way. And untino obi tinchen say. Someone amako to abe regional officers. Omo kwanko ejuma. Oh be that.
But I didn't have a pieces in the
no, but today. Second national elections. Na ye nyina be boa ye ho ano. Eto abana. Obi tumi jira nchen say. Obi na akogis kanti. Says Adia yokoto aba. Even at the presidential primaries, see any super delegates if you are super delegates in already pay 800. So people are able to pay some substantial amounts at the super delegate. Yeah, no fear. And from history, super delegates are the difference on 1 or 2 million or it has outlived its usefulness. The say they artists or about 5 and raise friends filing fees now I'll show now to me no jai now more they are capable yet two presidential no they are two super delegates now hey obi to me maybe 100 Ghana 200 Ghana I don't know who be say we are delegates or 200 Ghana to be bofu 2014 you're two presidential now do seek out by 5 Ghana and Alan ma 10 Ghana cedis. But about region hona that region 4 almost support to maybe another 5 Ghana this so no more can come south go no why in 20 Ghana no more check Alan call for so 20 Ghana cedis 20 Ghana cedis it no never influence even the nanu cry here a bit 200 a bit 300 Ghana cedis no never influence you be. There's a problem, no war. Don't let us because you lose election, changes are. Ever biting.
Prepare changes we are.
You understand? Yes, sir.
107.3
Parliamentary honor because a honor any break akra a womb. So be quiet parliamentarian. The land cruiser now condemn any really aketua woman need to know. Particularly in our safe seats, no. Obi ni say oh Bantama no winning parliamentary ne pa. Yet be ono ebe parliamentarian into obeko parliament. Into obi so na contest ya. Ono so ku ne ho a sure say obetumi abomode ama bibi. And this not only happening in the MPP. And this one to about voter region parliamentary elections are. Go for to 8,000, go for to 10,000. We are behaving as if say a new patriotic party pedal. For me, I think say maybe a bit to be in order to water down the effect of monetization of our system, no, parliamentary primaries. No?
Okay.
And John Boadu any attending canon, which man, if we now there is no other election a baby 2028, 32, 36, 40, who could be an arm, or meeting me ama pine, ama or more presidential candidate, any one I used to Christo Grana or more chemo, as a na make concession speech. In 10 terms of what I say, Wabra counting, it was so airport so any areas via Hogo or in the name of Opposite we statement because the Bawumia in 2024 NDC4 interpreted that as weakness. A bass and so a security for a normal airport and various coalition centers are almost say their job is on the line.